catching y'all up real quick. So this is 1/2 inch to remove this bracket here, and then you'll need a 7/16 to remove. I went ahead and removed these two. There's 2 on this side and then 2 on the other side to take the fan shroud off of there. Now be careful not to come into contact with it. I just pushed it forward, and that's going to give me enough clearance to get in there and go ahead and loosen up that radiator hose. But what I noticed was this little valve here on the old one would catch on that shroud, so it won't allow you to pull it up without like yanking it out of there. But it's loose now, so it's ready to go. So I'm gonna get under there, disconnect that lower radiator hose. So of course, need a flathead screwdriver, kitty litter bucket or something to catch your fluid in, plenty of shop towels, a 1/2 inch and a 7/16 if I didn't already say that. So I'm gonna get under there and disconnect that lower radiator hose, bring my catch bucket back under here. And the great thing about these trucks is they're up so high already, like I really probably didn't need to jack it up and put jack stands under it, but it helps. Sorry, not trying to blind y'all there. So get in contact, find out where that lower radiator hose is connected, right in here, and it's kind of at an angle, so hopefully I can get to it, and hopefully you guys can see. I might have to get a smaller screwdriver, it looks like. Time to get out old stubby. This is a different fitting here to get this one loose, so hopefully y'all can see. It's kind of hard to see, but it's right in here. Just disconnect that lower radiator hose. Yep, there we go, that's the right size. So, some of you guys that know me, I've been blessed to be able to do some pretty awesome things in my life. As far as a IFBB Pro classic physique bodybuilder, and competed as a pro for a few years, and of course got a little behind on that because I got deployed and some other things, so that didn't set me back as far as training. But I'll probably compete maybe next year. I'm trying to kind of get back to where I was, and it's taking some time getting older now. I'm 34, and I'll probably compete till I'm about 40 and then hang it up. But the body won't keep doing those things forever, going up and getting big and coming down and dieting and stuff, so it's hard on you. All right, so now we've gotten that loose. That's one reason why I like working on cars, always have. My grandfather worked on cars to get underneath them, and of course my dad comes over, I put him to work, and he's always been a good mechanic, always kind of running the family, interest in automobiles. So shoot, when we did the brakes on this truck, I was like, oh Dad, I'll climb underneath there and braid them, and you just hit the pedal. And he's like, no, and he's almost 70 years old. He's like, and he's in great shape. He's like, oh, let me get under there while I still can. Just like my grandfather was. He worked on until he couldn't get underneath him anymore. And I gotta have another hobby. And man, that lower hose is kind of brittle. And there's more fluid. Yeah, so watch out for that. You guys got another blooper. There we go. Let's tuck that hose out of the way. Well, so much for cleaning up. Here we go again. All right, so to loosen that up, I think I used a 5/16. That's what was on that lower radiator hose. Of course, now we need some more towels. All right, catch you guys up. So you guys just saw the waterfall I just made. Getting in the fridge here. Of course, this episode of Ironside Garage is sponsored by Monster. No, it's not really. I wish. Hey, anybody from Monster, if you're watching, hook it up. So, obviously made a huge mess. I will have to wash this jacket, clean it up. I'm having some trouble getting this upper radiator hose off, so I disconnected it here. Now, I've got it all disconnected, so it should just pull up. Of course, with these things, anything that can go wrong will go wrong. But there it goes, it's coming out. So there's your old radiator. out. And the one from Alloy Works appears to be the same dimensions. They make them for the C10s for like all year models, so appears to be about the same size. Might be a little thicker. I don't think we'll have any fitment issues there though. Like I said, I am going to pull these plugs off of this one here and here. Probably put some thread dope on them, a dust dauber nest there, and plug them into here. Yeah, that piece was looking pretty rough. Needed to go. That drain valve looks rough. Like, yeah, it just needed to go. So I'm going to go ahead and probably replace these clamps as well. But I'm having trouble getting that sucker off right now, so hopefully it'll be a little easier now that I've got it there. And then just backwards now, you know, I'll go ahead and, like I said, probably disconnect these heater hose lines for the heater and drain those, see if anything comes out of there. Disconnect the rest of this lower radiator hose down here and go ahead and get the new one like mocked up and in place. But we'll keep filming and keep going. Looks like the rubber bracket's okay. And if you've got, like I've got stuff down in there, so this would be a good time to clean any of that shit out. So I'll probably get the shop vac in here and vacuum those dust dauber nests and stuff. This thing was sitting outside for a while. It is sitting on the side here, but I'm gonna try to get this garage rearranged so that I can get it in here. But it's long, so I mean, the bed on this truck is like a week long, as my buddy would say.